Today we're going to be doing a little spring painting. We're going to be painting some rainbow carrots in watercolor. So we're going to be using this brand new paper. I have never used this brand before. This is 100% cotton paper. The kind I normally paint on is 100% cotton, but this is going to be a little bit more textured and a little bit more toothy, as you can kind of see. I'm very excited to see how the painting turns out with this. And then we're going to be using MaimeriBlu watercolors. So these are all the colors that I have. It's going to be perfect for all of the rainbow carrots that we'll be painting. Apart from that, we have 2 waters already prepped. I like to sometimes use one to rinse my brush and one for directly coming off the color. But then other times I'll also use one for like greens and blues and my cool colors, and then one for the reds and the yellows. And that way the water doesn't get super brown. But as far as brushes, we're going to be using Princeton brushes. I have the Heritage series and I have the Velvet Touch series. Those are probably the only 2 brushes I'll use. I'll show you if we end up using anything else. Let's get into this. This is a 7x10 block. I kind of just wanted to test it out before I got the bigger one because it's obviously more expensive. So this is gonna be perfect. But we're gonna mix up a little bit of a orangey yellow carrot to get started. Look here. All right. Throw some yellow ochre in there. It's coming along. The ochre is gonna give it more of an earthy orange color and not so vibrant. All right, we're gonna start there. This is good. All right, we're gonna throw in a little pink into our orange color, and I'm just gonna add it right here, kind of on the outside. Give it a little bit more character. The goal is gonna be for some of these carrots to bleed together. I'm not sure if I'm moving fast enough for us to be able to achieve that, so we'll kind of see how that rolls, but this is carrot number 1, keeping it simple. Once this dries a little bit, we're gonna add some kind of line so it's not super flat and, you know, dull, but that's that for now. Our second carrot is going to be more of a purpley pink color, so I'm gonna mix that over here on my bluish square. So I'm gonna use this pink, which is Rose Lake, and then I'm gonna add in this blue, which I don't know how to pronounce, a little bit of my cobalt, and then let's add in some brown to mute it. We're gonna do them all different lengths. So let's make this one a little bit taller. Start up here, brushing down. Lighter color. Add some more pink. Add some more brown and some more blue. coming along. Add in some lines while it's still kind of wet. Okay. All right, let's move on to our next carrot. Let's do the same purpley color, but we're gonna do a softer version. So I'm gonna add in more pink, and we're gonna do lighter, just lighter with the paints. That way we kind of have this fun bleed that isn't too harsh. So we kind of went from a harsh orange to a harsh purple. Now we're just gonna go to a softer version of the purple, and then we'll play with some other colors next. I'm gonna do this one shorter. Start here, kind of roundish at the top. To get that lighter color, just gotta add more water. And what I'm realizing about this paper is it dries pretty fast. So sometimes you can achieve more of a bleed between, you know, your paints and stuff. Right here we have a little bit of bleeding, which I want, but I'm just experimenting because I have never tried this paper, so I'm not gonna be too harsh about it. All right, now let's do a yellowy color. I'm gonna mix up a lot more yellow into my orange. Some yellow ochre. Okay. And I'm already gonna add in some more orange so that it's not completely, you know, one solid color. We wanna add some fun character to these carrots, making them all very unique. I'm gonna bleed that all the way down, twist my brush, and lighten on the tip. Gonna go through here, add some bulk. Yay. All right, this needs some more blending. Cool. Go through with my orange and add some lines. Next, I want to do another orange, but let's make this next orange more of a brown. Yeah, this is just burnt umber. So I'm going to bring that over to my orange, and we definitely need some more red in there. Yes. All right, this is perfect. We're going to throw this one. Let's make this one tall and skinny. try and get it to bleed, but again, I don't think I'm moving fast enough for anything too crazy. Oop. So it's okay. Let's add in some more orange already, just like I did on the last carrot. And get this one to bleed down, down. What I'm excited for with this painting is, or with this tutorial, is whenever I post tutorials to my Instagram or TikTok, you can't see the hundred of times I'm rinsing my brush. And so this gives you a nice realistic idea of what it actually looks like to paint, because it's not, you know, one flawless execution. There's a lot of color, water, dry, waiting for stuff to dry. I'm trying to decide where you want to put your next carrot, because I don't think a lot of that through beforehand, because I don't like to. I'd rather just do it on a whim, and maybe it doesn't turn out perfect every time, but I have more fun. So I'm gonna round the top of this carrot a little bit more. Nice. Okay. Let's give some darker lines through here. I'm going to use more of an orangey color to do that. Not sure how much we're going to be able to see this. Nice. We'll leave it there. Let's do a purpley kind of carrot, but I want to add a little bit more of like a turquoise color to it. So I'll show you what I mean. We're going to use this color that we already have going here, but I'm going to add more of my turquoise cobalt. Yes. Yes, this is going to be beautiful. Okay, more pink, a little bit of red. And let's do just a thick one. Let's make this one nice and just stubby. I'm gonna make the top a little bit more blue, a little darker, that way we can fade out as we get to the bottom. And again, we're gonna use this turquoise kind of color throughout. So let's get this fading while it's not dried yet. And this is such a fun painting because, you know, carrots, they're kind of funny looking, but once you kind of get them bleeding together, you get to see a lot of different colors. We get to have fun with values and I don't know, not worry about making it perfect, especially since I'm using new paint or new paper. A little more turquoise in here. Looks like a carrot to me. One thing I actually noticed about the turquoise is that, because it's my newest color, is that it doesn't always mix well with the other colors, and I'm not really sure why, but sometimes it looks kind of cool, which for a carrot, it's gonna be exactly what we need it to be. But I have used it on other paintings and subjects, and sometimes the blending just looks kind of weird when I mix it with other colors, which again is fine for this painting, but you know, I don't know, maybe I'm not doing it right, but let's do a yellowy orange, lighter than the yellow, lighter than both of these. So let's go here mixed in my orangey water. All right, let's start there because I'm not going to use much paint since I'm going for a lighter color. Try and keep this straight so you can see what I'm doing. Let's take it right there. Add in some lines. All right, and we didn't exactly bleed here. You can still obviously see that darker color. I'm gonna see if I can mess with it, but that looks like what we're gonna be working with, so all good. All right, the last two things we're gonna do with these carrots is we're gonna go through and add some wet on dry lines, and then we're gonna add some green. So I'm actually gonna do the green first. I think I am gonna use the same brush. I was debating using this smaller one, but I think we're gonna stick with this, and I might add more details with that one after, but let's get started mixing our green paints. Gonna add in my green gold because I want it to be a little bit more vibrant. You know, those spring carrot tops are usually nice and bright. Come up. Add in just a little bit of this purple to my green to keep it a little more muted. Let's go here. Definitely more water. That's where like that dry kind of streak comes in, which is okay because we're just kind of playing with different shapes here. Go for a darker green. Add some brown and some blue. that's some fun bleeding happening here, which is what I want. Let's come back to this kind of like brightish green color. So we're gonna bring more of the green gold in. And we're on our last one. All right, I think I like it. Make this carrot top a little bigger. Nice. Okay. Last thing we're gonna do is go through with those lines. So I am gonna switch to my smaller brush, still the Heritage series. This is just a size 2 instead of size 6. We're gonna stick to the main color of the carrot. We're not gonna do anything too crazy, but so for our orange, let's go for more of a deeper orange, maybe even adding in some brown for the lines. That's my black. Mixing, that should be enough paint right here. Sometimes I get a little crazy with the colors. I started throwing in everything, but this should be good here. Now this purple is already super dark, so I'm probably gonna need to add maybe even a black to my blue. I still wanna be a little bit purple, so we'll add some pink. We'll see what this looks like. Some more water. And to give it kind of that 3D round look, we're gonna use not directly straight across lines. I'm gonna kind of C curve. And a couple of those, we're gonna go through and add some more water to really give it a darker look. Especially at the top. I'm happy with that one. You can kind of use the notches already in the carrot as a good starting point for some of those lines. So you can just kind of pull from that area. Definitely our lightest carrot. So these lines are going to stand out a lot more. So I added a little bit more water just so it wasn't too drastic from the other ones. Let's make this one a little more red. Really water it down for the space down here because it's so much lighter. I'm gonna try and cover up this little spot right here by pretending like it was always meant to be that way. All right, I think our carrots are just about done. I'm gonna go through and add a little bit more definition to these leaves. I think I just want the stems to pop out a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, this is what I want to do. Okay. have our carrot painting. I'm pretty happy with it. Thank you guys so much for watching this entire tutorial. This is my first one, like I said, so I'm very excited for everyone who joined and stayed for the whole thing. Subscribe if you want to see some more full-length tutorials from me, and I will see you in the next one.